morning everyone, welcome to your Namaste at Home live Facebook class. There was something wrong with my laptop earlier, somehow it couldn't launch Facebook Live. So I'm talking to you and recording this through my phone, okay? So I hope you can see everything nice and clear. Today's practice is going to be all about the base, right? So we will be exploring different ways where your center of gravity is going to be shifting. So we will be exploring how we're going to be balancing on both feet, one foot, perhaps on your hands. And if we have time, I will take you through to an inversion, which is your headstand. So if you're practicing a headstand by the wall, it would be beneficial if you could pull your mat and bring your phone or your laptop with you and go to a wall space. All right. 2 blocks will be preferred if your hamstrings are very tight and you're used to working with blocks. Otherwise, it's going to be pretty much of a prop-free practice, and your center of gravity is going to shift throughout the 30-minute class today. We'll see how you go. Your focus will be challenged greatly. All right. So let me just check if you're hearing me loud and clear. Okay, great. I'd like you to come into a seated position, Vajrasana. So fold your feet back this way and sit on your heels. Bring your hands and rest them on your thighs. And just gently close your eyes. And finding your center here in your seated pose. Be aware of the mat supporting your legs. And be aware where the body is in space at this point in time. And start to activate your Ujjayi breathing. The mouth is softly closed and the breath is audible. You can hear a raspy sound coming from the base of your throat as you take an inhale and exhale through the nose. Knowing that the breath is constant, keeping this rhythmic breathing throughout your practice this morning. Gently blink open your eyes. Release your position and come into Tadasana at the top of your mat. So coming into mountain pose, this is the beginning of all standing postures. I'd like you to spread the toes. Your big toes are close and the heels are a little bit apart. So finding your center of gravity, really grounding through the feet. Raise your arms overhead and reach for your elbows. Keep your arms by your ears, lengthening the spine, and on an exhale, fold forward. You don't have to come into your deepest forward bend at this point in time. Just lengthening the spine. Keep the knees slightly soft if the hamstrings feel tight. And then start to sway side to side like a pendulum, releasing tension from your back, especially the shoulders and the neck. Notice the weight shifting from the inner and the outer edges of your feet. And then as you come back to the center, release your fingertips to the floor. Now bring your right fingertips in front of your right foot. Keep your right knee slightly bent, left knee straight. Twist your upper body towards your left side. Reach that left arm up. Working on isolating the left leg and coming into a deeper hamstring stretch on the left leg. Lower the left palm down, bring the fingertips in front of your left foot, bend your left knee, straighten the right, and twist towards your right side, stretching your right arm up. Notice how this side is feeling, how this leg is responding to your hamstring stretch. And then on an exhale, release. Bring your fingertips in line with your toes. Lengthen your chest. Look forward. Straighten the knees as much as you can. Step your legs back into your plank position. Shoulders stacked over your wrists. Looking forward, tightening the core. Good. Now you're going to bring your right hand to your chest without shifting too much from your plank position. Lower your right palm down and bring your left palm to your chest. And bring it down. Stack your right foot on top of your left heel. Lower it down and switch sides. Left foot on top of your right heel. Very good. And release back to your plank position. Exhale, come into your downward facing dog. One vinyasa, come into plank, take an inhale. Knees, chest, chin, or your chaturanga. Inhale, let's come into your cobra. Exhale, let's go into your downward facing dog. One more breath in down dog. And then slowly raise your right leg up, three-legged dog. Firmly plant the palms onto the mat. On your next exhale, round your back, bring your knee to the nose. And try as much as you can to keep your left heel on the floor. You're not in plank, you're in downward facing dog. All you do is round the back and bring the right knee to nose. Lift the head, look forward, and step your right foot between your hands. Line up the toes with the fingers, lift your chest. Keep the back leg nice and strong. Extend your arms to the back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop your fingertips to the floor and bring your back knee down. Point your toes back. Let's come into a half split. Now as you slowly extend your right leg straight, okay, if this is not achievable, that's where your blocks come in handy. You're going to stay here. You want to challenge your balance. Bring your hands in prayer. Oops. And then slowly, if you can, sink the chest and the belly a little bit more towards that straight leg, coming into a deeper stretch. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Palms back to the mat. Shifting back to a bend knee position, tuck your back toes and lift your back knee to straighten your left leg. Twist towards your right side, bring your left arm or elbow outside of the leg. Bring your hands into prayer. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Return the palms for your plank. Step back. Chaturanga or knees, chest, and chin. Cobra, take an inhalation or upward dog if you're doing chaturanga. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Second side, sweep your left leg up, three-legged dog. And then round your back, bring your left knee to the nose. Keeping the left heel on the floor if possible. 3, 2, 1. Look forward. Left foot between the hands and sweep your arms back. Take a big inhale, slow exhale. One more inhale. And as you exhale, palms to mat, right knee down. Point your right toes back. Slowly hinge back, straighten your left leg this time for your half split. Stay here on your blocks or fingertips on the mat. Otherwise, look at one gazing point, bring your hands to prayer. And if you can, you have the capacity for it, slowly fold a little bit more. Just challenge your balance. Notice how your base feels like now. What is your base? What is your perception of your base that is supporting you and keeping you centered? 3, 2, 1. Release the palms back to the front. Bend your left knee, tuck your toes, straighten your back knee. Let's come into a twist on your left side. So bring your right elbow outside of the leg, hands into prayer. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, return for your plank position. Knees, chest, chin, or your chaturanga. Inhale into your back bend. and back into your downward facing dog. 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 1. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Let's turn the left heel into the center of your mat. Look forward. Step your right foot between the hands. Alright? From here, you're going to come up into warrior 2 stance. So bending your right knee. Knee is stacked over the ankle. This time, bring your hands and interlace the fingers behind your back. And pull your knuckles over to the right side of your waist. Pull your right elbow back, coming into a shoulder stretch. Inhale. Exhale. 1. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Release for your triangle pose, Trikonasana. Let the arms float. So don't push that right hand on your shin or ankle. Release both arms, extending in the opposite direction. Take 1 more breath. We're going to shift forward into a balancing pose. Bring your left hand to your hip. Look down onto the floor and cup your right fingertips in front of you, either on the floor or on your block. Shift forward. Let's come into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. Pick your left leg up. Get it parallel to the ground and keep that left foot flexed. And when you're stable, extend your left arm straight up. Nice work. Now from here, stay in this position for a few more breaths if you want to, and just work on shifting your center of gravity in this position. Or if you want a little bit more challenge, come into sugarcane pose. You're going to bend your top knee, hold your left foot, and internally rotate that left thigh, kicking that knee and thigh up towards the ceiling, arching your upper back for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Let's come back into your regular warrior 2. Extend your arms out. Look towards your right hand. 1 more breath. Spin the hands to the mat. Let's come into your downward facing dog. Step back. We'll skip the vinyasa here and go to the other side. So turn your left heel slightly, right heel to the center of the mat, and step your left foot between the hands. Come into a warrior 2 stance with your legs. Interlace the fingers behind your back and bring your hands over to the left side of your waist. Pull your left elbow to point back, opening up the chest. 5, 4, 3. Feel the power in your legs. 2, and 1. Release for Trikonasana. Let the arms float and extend in the opposite direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right hand to hip. Bend your knee. Cup the fingertips onto the mat or the block. Get ready to shift forward, balancing on your left leg in half moon pose. When you're stable, extend your right arm up. Take 2 more breaths. Either stay here or come into sugarcane pose. Bend your knee. Reach for your right foot and internally rotate that top thigh. Kick the knee up to the ceiling. Open up the chest and arch your upper back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lightly release for your warrior 2. Look towards your left side. Find that grounding once again, both feet on the mat. And then windmill the hands down. Let's come back into your downward facing dog. Take 2 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. 1. Inhale. And exhale. 2. From here, look forward. I'd like you to bring your right foot to behind the wrist. So you're going to step it and park it just behind the wrist, right in the center. Now, we're going to come into Warrior 3 and a few other single-legged balancing poses. So from here, I'd like you to lift the chest. You have two arm positions. One is to bring your arms out like airplane wings. This is a little bit more, I would say, accessible. If you want more challenge, you're going to bring your hands behind you in reverse prayer. Elbows pointing to the side. Okay, so choose your arm position, look forward. You might not be able to look at the screen right now, so just listen to the instructions. Shift your weight towards your right leg. Pick your back leg up. Get it parallel to the ground for Warrior 3. From here, we're going to pulse. So I'd like you to bend your right knee slightly. And then tap your left knee behind your right calf. Straighten both legs. Come back into Warrior 3. As you exhale, bend the knee and tap your back knee, your left knee to your right calf. One more round. Warrior 3, extend both legs. This time you're going to cross your left leg to the right side, bend both knees, and come all the way down to the mat, to a seated position. Release your prayer hands behind your back if you are doing that position. Bring your left arm up, twist to your right side into Ardha Matsyendrasana. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Notice how the breath is doing. From a single-legged balancing pose to a seated position where you obviously feel more grounded. Slow the breathing down. Let's take one more breath here. Untwist. Bring your hands back to the mat and bring your left leg back. Turn your left foot slightly out to the side, coming into Warrior 1. Raise your arms up. Release your hands. Step your right leg back into a downward facing dog. One breath here. Now look forward and let's do the other side. Bring your left foot and plant it just behind your wrists. Okay? Lift your chest, center yourself, choose your position for your hands, either airplane, wings, or if you want, come back to that reverse prayer position so your arms are on internal rotation. Shift the weight forward and slowly pick your back leg up. So flex your right foot, Warrior 3. Notice how this leg is doing. And as you exhale, bend your knee, tap your right knee behind your calf. Go back into Warrior 3. Exhale again, bend and tap. One more. And this time, cross your right leg over to the left side. Bend both knees and sit. Ta-da! We're coming into the floor for your Ardha Matsyendrasana. So twist to your left side. So swing your right arm over. Palm can be facing the side or grabbing hold of your knee. Slow your breathing down. And one more breath here. Good. As you exhale, come back to your center. Plant your hands down. And this time, step your right leg back for your Warrior 1, second side. Bend your knee, raise your arms overhead. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. And exhale, 2. Release the palms for your downward facing dog. Now from your down dog, I'd like you to bring your legs together. Join your feet. And look forward. Keep the weight on the legs. You're going to externally rotate your upper arms. Yeah? And you're going to bring your forearms down together simultaneously. Not one at a time, but together. So take an inhale here. Externally rotate your upper arms. Exhale, drop both forearms to the mat. Good. Now bring your right forearm diagonal. Turn towards your left side, step your feet, and come into Vashisthasana, forearm side plank. One more breath. Take your time. Good. Change. Bring your left forearm diagonal. Turn to your right side. Step both of your feet. And stretch your right arm up. So your base is narrower, but you're lower to the ground. Beautiful. Lower that right forearm down. Parallel your forearms. Coming into dolphin. Lift your heels like you're wearing high heels. Don't drop the heels. We'll do 5 pulsations here. Take an inhale, shift the shoulders forward. Exhale, push back. Try not to move the heels at all. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Take your time. Inhale 3. Exhale. Inhale 4. Exhale. Last one, 5. And exhale. Bring your knees to the mat. And come into a short child's pose. Release your arms behind you. Sink your hips towards your heels. Forehead on your mat. Take 2 more breaths here. And you're going to inhale to come up very slowly. So if you are doing a headstand with a wall support today, please take this time to pull your mat to a wall. If you're not doing an inversion today, you will be repeating the dolphin pose for another 5 to 10 rounds. And that is really an excellent prep for your headstand. It really strengthens the shoulder girdle, works on the core, and really stabilizes the whole body to prepare you for your inversion, okay? Now, those of you who are having a very steady headstand practice, challenge yourself today. Maybe work around with different leg variations. Okay, so for those of you who are working on your headstand, please come into your Shirshasana. So interlace your fingers, forearms parallel to the mat, parallel to the shoulders. Make sure there's a space between your palms, they're not pressed together. Keep your eyes open, bring your crown of the head to the floor. Walk your legs towards you and work towards your version of headstand. For those of you who want to do leg variations, go for it. You may want to wrap your legs in Garuda. Notice how this shifts your center of gravity. Where is the weight? Release if you're doing Garuda and change sides. Good. Come back to your regular headstand. Hold it here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. With control. On your next exhalation, slowly release. Immediately come into a child's pose. Eyes remain closed. Arms extend behind you. Slow your breathing down. Inhale to come up slowly. All right, let's come into rabbit pose to release any tightness or compression in the neck. So come into a kneeling position. Your knees are hip width apart. Keep your thighs perpendicular. So I'm going to turn sideways so that you can see. Keep your thighs perpendicular and don't sit your buttocks down towards your heels, all right? You're going to hollow out the front body. Tuck your chin towards your chest. And bend as much as possible. Bring the crown of the head as close to the knees without dropping the thighs.
So your spine is in flexion. Interlace the fingers behind your back. Extend your arms up and over. Keep coming to the crown of the head. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release your hands and slowly support yourself up. Good. We're going to lie down on our back for Halasana, plow pose. So it's important that you do not turn the head when you're in this pose. If you have any neck compression, I'd like you to put a blanket or a towel to support your neck. Okay? So lie down on your back. Bend your knees towards your chest. And then slowly lift your hips up and bring your legs up and over. If you can, bring your toes to touch the floor over your head. If you need support, your hands can be supporting your lower back. Try to get your elbows parallel if your hands are supporting your lower back. If you do not need hand support, you can interlace your fingers and press your pinky finger to the floor. Extend your knuckles to the front as you extend your legs overhead. So your arms and your legs are stretching in the opposite direction. Take 2 more breaths here. Don't turn the head. Slow your breathing down. Release your hands onto the floor and press your palms flat. Use them as brakes without lifting your head and shoulders off the mat. Slowly lower down, 1 vertebra at a time, controlling your descent with your core engagement. So your mid-back, upper back, lower back, sacrum, and last of all, your legs. Lying down on your back, I'd like you to bring the soles of your feet together. Let the knees open wide as you come into Supta Baddha Konasana. Okay, reclined butterfly pose. Let the knees drop onto either side, come into a comfortable reclined position, and release your arms by the side, turning the palms up. Now slow your breathing down. And as you close your eyes, give yourself permission to let go of all muscular engagement in the body. Let your arms be free. Let your legs be soft. Let your jaw relax. With each exhalation, allow your body to relax further. Feel the weight of the body sinking onto your mat. At the same time, letting go of all perceptions that you previously had about what your base is, what your foundation is. And as you detach from that perception, find that your centeredness has always been within you. And that is the one that keeps you grounded at all times, in spite of all the external shifts, all the chaos, all the distractions. Feel free to finish your practice here. Namaste.